have said it before, and I truly believe that I got more out of this 4-month course than I did out of the 2-year master's degree. And so it really has changed my life and given me so many resources, more than I could even absorb in the time that I was in the class. But I have those resources for the rest of my life to look back on and to build on.
Technical and diagnostic skills. We've been when I started out before Create, I'd kind of get a little tripped up on myself. But now I feel like I've got a sound understanding or a jumping off point to dive deeper into things too.
I have a degree in environmental science and biology, so I had taken chemistry and I've read soil samples since I was a kid. So I had some technical knowledge, but there was a lot of missing pieces, and it's amazing how it's just the little fine details that really have made a big difference for us in the last year.
My background was mostly in chemical soil reports, focused on chemical and physical aspects of soil health with my soil health master's background. But this course really allowed you to understand how it is that you're reading soil reports that cover both biological, physical, and chemical aspects of soil health, and really drives home the fact that the biological pieces are so vital.
I really can't harp on that enough in terms of where the overlap between our indigenous knowledge and experience and with quote-unquote regenerative agriculture. But really, the things that Nicole had opened up were also synonymous in our culture. So as I was learning more through the Create program, I was actually diving more into my own culture also, just seeing the similarities. And so I would say it's almost exponential how much further in-depth my knowledge is compared to before. So
I think it's kind of refocused where I want to, like my trajectory as far as like professional and actually personal development as well. It's led me to start a new coaching consulting business, and then also to kind of reevaluate what's important to me in my life. So
it really is going to bring you to the next level, both with your technical knowledge that you're going to learn, and also with the personal accountability and personal development, because that is the basis and underlies everything that you're going to do in the world, and the connections that you're going to make, and the work that you do with farmers and ranchers. So building up your confidence is going to make this work happen and going to make it stick in a way that it might not have before.
We can read this material by ourselves, but if we are not in this environment to learn, to expand, to be supported, to be challenged, to open up more and reveal more of ourselves, I don't think that the effect will be the same. So this is experience.
You are being immersed not just in the material, but this isn't just a course, this isn't just a program, this is an experience. And so I think that's also speaks to, like I said, the X factor that Create has. It's really accounting for a lot of these intangibles that most approaches tend to overlook or overstep.
I went into the Create course hoping to deepen and broaden my technical science skills, and I came out with so much more, a greater perspective on myself and my abilities, and a real emphasis on personal growth and self-reflection that I was not expecting.
What Nicole and Create and the whole team is really amazing at is really hammering that point home, is that we're not selling answers. We're not selling solutions to everything.
Nicole is bringing together a lot of different backgrounds, and I guess she's bringing a lot of different lineages of approaching regenerative ag to the table. All of these different ways of looking at regenerating the soil, and then asking us to really think about what makes sense in that situation.
What was provided by Integrity Soils, Nicole and the entire team, I was reminded of my sense of agency and how much control I have over who I am and the way I'm being and how I move forward in the world.
I try to fix everything for people. And I think that comes from like, oh, I want to fix it. I want to be perfect. And instead I've learned to take a step back, and instead of trying to fix everyone else's problem, there might not even be a problem. Just ask questions and see if they can find an easier solution for themselves.
Create is worth it. The time invested, the money invested, it is investment.
I took the leap. And it far exceeded my expectations on what I even thought I was going to get out of it.
I don't know how they put this course together so well. I mean, I think all of the booklets together are 700 pages. Like, there's just so much information and so much attention to detail and time spent with each student on such a personal level that we're able to be our authentic selves in that space. And I've just never been part of a community that was like this. They really are doing something completely new, because you can't divorce the technical knowledge from how we feel inside of ourselves and how we feel about ourselves. So they really are pairing two things that are so vitally important.